All right, good to have you here on a Thursday. I mean, the weekend's close, right? Things not too bad. Jason Wingard, the first black president at Temple University, is resigning after a tenure of less than 2 years and amid a surge of violence that has affected the North Philly campus. Wingard has been facing mounting pressure from university groups, including the Temple Association of University Professionals, the faculty union that authorized the no confidence vote against the president. Concerns about the impact of violent crime near the North Philly campus intensified last month when a Temple police officer was fatally shot during a pedestrian stop. There have also been a number of home invasions, carjackings of Temple students, including the fatal shooting of a 21-year-old senior in November of 2021. Here to bring us the details, Campus Reform Correspondent Oscar Buynevich. Oscar, good to have you here. Greatly appreciate it.
Good to be back, Steve.
So what is going on at Temple?
So for the past year, the public safety crisis at Temple has really unraveled. A lot of it has to do with Jason Wingard's incompetence and his negligence towards public safety at Temple University. And really, this was a collective effort from the police union, from students, even the faculty union took matters into their own hands to expose the public safety problems at Temple University, expose President Wingard's inadequate response to the public safety crisis, which in turn led to his resignation. So I think, we could see this as a small victory because the future president, whoever they may be, is going to know that we don't tolerate that level of negligence, and that we need to adopt a more pro-public safety approach here.
Well, here's the thing. Philadelphia has become a very dangerous place, too, right? So how do you blame it all on the president of Temple University when you have a city run by Democrats where violent crime is skyrocketing? Murder, rape, violent assault. It's all out of control, isn't it?
Well, it is a greater problem in the city of Philadelphia, but President Wingard refused to meet with our police department to discuss staffing concerns and recruitment concerns, and to discuss retention issues. This is something that Campus Reform, we've been covering for over a year now, that the police department was 40 officers short of doing their job of protecting the campus community. And this is something they took to social media about to publicly expose. Wingard, throughout his presidency, refused to even meet with them to discuss these issues and to support the police. And in turn, we have a police officer who is patrolling an understaffed area, get shot and killed. They weren't getting the equipment they needed. They didn't have the staffing levels to commit to public safety. And students and, in effect, the police department themselves really bared the burdens of the crime problem here.
Yeah. So how do you think that they would get to the problem at Temple? Students being shot, professors being roughed up, public safety a big concern. Do they need more police officers on campus? Do they need more police officers in the buildings? Yeah. What do they need, do you think, Oscar?
I mean, we have to listen to the police officers. They're the public safety experts that are familiar with patrolling the community. So if they're saying they need 40 more officers, we should commit to giving them the resources they need. I mean, they struggled to even get $1,000 for flashlights. And they had to raise the money themselves through a fundraiser. Meanwhile, the university was investing over $1 million into an anti-racism center. Okay, so I don't see how these approaches are at all practical to solving crime. Criminals are scared of police officers. They're scared of law and order. And if we don't promote that, if we revert to these, DEI solutions that in effect have nothing to do with solving crime on campus, then we're going to continue to go down this bad path of crime in Philadelphia. We need practical solutions.
Well, Oscar, what is the impact on the student body there? I mean, and I ask this for a practical reason, because we have seen these soft on crime DAs in places like New York, San Francisco, elsewhere, maybe in Philadelphia, being rejected by liberals and Democrats as well. I mean, the student body, I'm going to guess they're at Temple's left of center as a group, as they often are on college campuses. But they're also rejecting this defund the police mentality, aren't they?
Right. Well, back in 2020, we had a lot of students and professors actually advocating to defund the Temple University Police Department. And I just find it unbelievable that their tune has completely changed once the problem starts affecting them, once they realize that, we may be victims of crime. But I think a lot of the damage has already been done. It's difficult to retain police officers in inner city police departments because they've been villainized against the communities that they serve and protect. And it's difficult, of course, to recruit police officers. So why would police officers want to work at a police department like Temple University where they don't feel supported, where they've been villainized against the community? It's much easier to go to, the suburbs where perhaps police presence isn't even as needed. And that's what a lot of them are doing. They're leaving these inner city departments to find, better working conditions. So I think now more than ever, we need to support our police, and we need to reject the defund the police mentality, which is what we're seeing, especially at Temple University. But like I said, a lot of the damage, unfortunately, has been done.
Well, damage has been done, but we can fix things. We can fix things if we change the attitude of the student body. And I'm going to guess you have a fair amount of radical professors there as well that were spewing the same sort of nonsensical BS about defund the police. It's about, listen, if you want anarchy, you've got it. All of a sudden they realize we don't want anarchy. Whoa, when I call 911, I want somebody to come. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, so actually in 2022, that late after the defund the police movement reached its height in 2020, there was still a cohort of professors advocating to abolish the Temple Police. Now everybody's changing their tune. So like I said, we really need an all hands on deck approach. We can't keep neglecting our police officers. I'm sure at this point they have no confidence in university leadership. We need someone, our next president, to fully support them so that we can get to the staffing level we need, so we can feel safe. And we really need practical measures, and police stop crime. So we need more boots on the ground, and we need to continue to support them.
Common sense and practical measures. Oscar, the things you say on television. Oscar, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Good stuff, my friend. I wish you the best. I hope it's safe out there.
Thank you. Well, hopefully we'll see some change.
Hopefully. All right. After the break, many Americans will be surprised that their tax returns this year